Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and welcome to episode 36 of the DGA podcast. I am your host, Vince, and with me in this virtual studio is...
Ida Lee.
Ida Lee. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
How are we today?
Tired.
Tired. I think that's the word of the year. Anyway, so this month's topic is going to revolve around Jackbox for one reason. Well, two, I guess. We do play it frequently, but we also had the chance to go to our local science center for their game night, and they actually had... let's just go ahead and just do that now. I actually put together a little slideshow, and we can talk about it before we jump into our top 5. But we went to our local science center, and they were hosting this adult game night. Definitely adult, because there was some stuff there that wasn't appropriate for younger kids. But what was cool was that they have this... It used to be called the OmniMax Theater, but I guess it changed over the years. But it's essentially this huge screen. Think a planetarium, kind of, sort of, but it's just, as you can see there on the screen, it's a huge movie theater screen. And as a kid, I remember going into this place and watching these nature shows, and the camera would pan over the top of cliffs, and it was so... Well, I got nauseous, personally, but it was still cool to see. But they actually had various Jackbox games on screen, and people were using their phone. I mean, that's how easy Jackbox is. So as long as you've got a tablet or mobile device or laptop or something, you don't even need to own the game. You can, whoever is hosting it, you give them the code, and then everyone else can jump in and have a great time with it. And even if you can't play, you can still spectate and possibly interact with the various games in different ways. Mm-hmm. And did you have a good time with this? Like, did you... I mean, the Science Center not only had the OmniMax, or the theater, the Jackbox stuff going on, but it also had, like, other board games and some other things. In your honest opinion, like, how did you enjoy it, and what was your favorite part about it?
I liked it. I thought it was really fun. There were a few little things that were boring, such as the retro arcade area that had, like, yeah, that area in the video. I mean, the only good thing was the air hockey. Was it? Is it called air hockey?
Yes, air hockey. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And that's like the core of the Science Museum. Like, that's without it being the event that it had. Mm-hmm. So, but the little retro games in the back was really lackluster. But I loved everything else. I thought it was good. The OmniMax Theater was huge. I love that the audience can participate in a hosted game. And did you know that up to 10,000 people can be an audience member?
You mean in the spectator mode thing?
In the Jackbox party. Like,
when you wow, you mean as a spectator? You can log in as a spectator and interact. So up to 10,000 people can do that. Holy cow!
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I was just reading that too, but and that was from Jackbox Party 3 and above.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
the older ones.
I had a lot of fun in it, but yeah.
Yeah, the older ones. I don't remember really playing much of the older one. The first Jackbox game I ever played was the Trivia. Mm-hmm. It was Jackbox Trivia 1 and 2 and 3, I think it was. And those questions were so hard that I never played it because I was so frustrated with it. But it was a cool idea. It was more for the commentary because it was like an adult humor kind of thing. But the questions were like Jeopardy, so off the wall that your brain had to get used to the way it was asking questions and all that. But anyway. But you're right. The second floor, what you're looking at is the robotics sector of the Science Center. As you can see, there's like an air hockey machine, but there was other robotic things going on there. And then behind all that, which you'll eventually see, it was like 6 or 7 TV screens with different retro consoles. Like you said, very lackluster. We went to a different event called the Replay FX event, and that had over 100, 200 arcade machines. It had 50 to 100 different consoles, and that, in my opinion... Yeah, I was kind of
expecting that.
Me too. I was hoping that, like, that would be... Like, Replay FX is fantastic when you go to it, and it's so huge. I was expecting something similar, but I was really disappointed with that side of it. I'm like, I feel like the board games were the main thing, and then and the OmniMax, well, it's not called OmniMax anymore, but the giant cinema screen. I feel like that was the main attraction, and then the video games are like an afterthought. Like someone goes, "Oh well, we've got a couple of TVs and maybe a console or two. Let's just throw that together." So I was really disappointed with that. He just got frustrated. He got frustrated there. Okay, anyway. So yeah, what you're looking at now is actually like, this is the board game section in the cafeteria. People were, what did we see there? It was mainly D&D. We saw some lady in the back there playing with Digimon cards or sorting them. I don't know what she was doing with them, but she was sort of like, I guess organizing.
I think she was like the host if anyone had any questions or wanted to learn.
Gotcha.
I feel bad because I don't think a lot of people were into the Digimon stuff.
Well, I'm not.
When we got there was like nobody there.
These are the consoles, by the way. This was the console. What you're looking at now is the console area. That was it. There was a couch, a couple of chairs. That was the extent of their video game section. I think I own more consoles than they had, I think. Anyway. Oh, and that's the guitar. It wasn't part of the main exhibit for that night, but did you have fun in the guitar area? It was...
Oh, I loved that. I think that was probably my favorite, actually. Between that or the theater, I think that was awesome. Like, I liked participating and trying to get in on the Jackbox party in the theater. It was really great.
That was rough. Well, everyone is so fast with their phones nowadays, trying to... I mean, there's a limit of 8 main players, so, like, as soon as the code's up, all you hear is... Everyone's logging in to... Yeah.
There was a lady. We were all about, like, I guess, like, everybody was, like, preparing to type in the code as soon as it came up. Less than, like, 0.1 seconds, everyone just got filled in. Like, every spot got filled in. And there was a lady next to me that goes, "What the F?"
I have that taped. I decided not to... I muted all of this, but I have it on tape. What the F? Like, she got so pissed that she couldn't even get in. Yeah, I have it. I just, for obvious reasons, I couldn't play it. There was also the animal section, too.
That was my favorite part.
I left out the cockroaches in this slideshow.
Aww.
Why, you got disgusted by it, so I was like...
But other people love it.
I'm just picturing people watching this going, "Wow, what the heck? Why would you do this to me?" But yeah, there's cockroaches, various insects and stuff like that, fish.
I love the frogs. The frogs and the turtles were the best. I'm such a huge, like, frog fan.
Frog fan. Well, you like your amphibians, I guess. There it is.
I do.
It's just
there we go.
Staring at you.
Oh, so cute. Don't you just want to make out with that adorable face?
No. It's staring into my soul right now. I don't like that.
So dang cute.
And also has the submarine, which you refuse to go into, I think. I don't think you'd like those close quarters. It's cold, I think, all the equipment they use and stuff, but, like, yeah. So I think that was the end of the slideshow there. So, any final thoughts before we talk about the main attraction? Like, anything else to say about the Science Center thing? I mean, it was cool. It was lackluster, in my opinion. Like, there wasn't a whole lot. I thought it'd be more than what it was, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think we probably could have interacted more with people, but just, with the whole mask situation, it was very difficult to do that. And
well, I make her wear the mask, so it's all me. You can blame me. It's okay. I'm high risk,
No, it's fine. But, like, and also because, like, we are pretty socially awkward, not gonna lie, both of us.
On top, well, I was covering the event. I had press passes to cover the event, so, like, I felt like I had to film more than interact. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, that's fair. So, I probably should have been the one interacting then.
You didn't have to. No one's forcing you to do any of that.
It's just like people had their own little group,
Yeah.
Like everyone had their own little group. There were some questions that we did ask with a couple board games, but most of them we actually already knew.
Right.
And, we were watching a couple people play, what was it, at Clask, and...
Yeah, they asked us if we had played. Yeah, we own it. And we own it. Yeah. Yeah, we own it. Yeah. Yeah.
But and then there was a little, like, friendship speed friend.
It was like dating, like speed dating, but with friends instead.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I captured that, to be honest, but
that's okay. It was right in the cafeteria too. But yeah, it was okay. Nothing too spectacular. The highlight I think was the theater, honestly, and the animals and the guitar place.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, would you go back to an event like that, or would you?
Oh yeah,
Would you really? Okay.
I would.
Okay.
I think I enjoy stuff like that, little community events like that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we'll just move right on to our top 5 then, because, like I said, like this is what inspired this particular entry. Top 5 Jackbox games that we typically play, and I don't think it'd be fair to rate them because everyone likes different party games. Like some people like the drawing games. Some people like the Among Us style, hidden identity stuff. These are unique to us. Like these are the games that we tend to gravitate to. So we'll just start there. And what you're seeing here is in no way related to the list. This is just gameplay footage of like 1 or 2 games. So our 5th entry, what did we decide on? Was it Dictionarium?
Yeah.
Okay. This was the toughest. Like trying to find the number 5 was the toughest because there's 4 main ones that we play. Mm-hmm. And then the 5th one is like we play this and then maybe this and then maybe this and then maybe this. So Dictionarium is a game where you're sort of inventing words and their definitions and using them in crazy ways in sentences, stuff like that.
The video you have on, what is that one?
That is Blather Around There.
Okay. Oh, you don't have one of Dictionary.
Like I said, the video, I just said it, the video I'm playing is in no way related to what we're talking about. It's just 1 or 2. Thanks for listening.
Sorry. I listen real good.
Yes, you do. Yes, this, I did not have separate videos of each thing, nor was I going to try and find them, so it's just easier for me to play a Jackbox related video, and you can watch that while we're talking about other things.
I see.
But yeah, Dictionarium is just, you're inventing words and coming up with weird definitions for them. It reminded me of that board game or card game. It was that Cthulhu-themed card game where you're inventing words with you're trying to create words with your cards, and then when you're about to go insane with it, you can create any crazy word that you want and then come up with a definition or something for it. I don't remember Unspeakable Words. That was the name of the card game. But anyway, that's what Dictionarium kind of sort of reminded me of. So what do you think about Dictionarium? Did you enjoy this one? I
love Dictionarium. I thought it was a great game. I thought it was a great number 5 because even though it's not the most one that we played, it is the most one that we played compared to the other games, like some of the other games that we don't even touch.
Right. So, well, I have a couple. The one I had written here was Role Models. I wasn't sure if we liked that one or not. Like
we played Dictionarium way more than we have Role Models.
Okay. Role Models, for those of you that don't know, is like a personality test with your friends. Like the game will ask you questions and rank you and rank you based on your answers. You're the introvert and you're this. So it's if you like weird, quirky personality tests and you vote on stuff, it's not bad. It's not great either. It's okay.
Oh, I love it. What are you talking about? Well, it's awesome.
Sure. It's okay. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, yeah, some of the stuff on there is difficult, I think. I think you like the part where you have to, let's say that it gives you four answers and you have to assign a person to each answer. Like Disney princesses. What Disney princess would Vince be, or Nick, or Lily, or whatever? And then everyone has to just assign people to different things. And that's part's kind of fun.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's so hilarious. Like you just compare your friends, start fights.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's what gaming is all about. Starting fights.
Yeah, totally.
So anything else to say about Dictionarium?
It's a cute little language game.
Okay. Fair
even
enough.
If you're not good with words, you could just make up your own.
Fair enough. Number 4 was Survive the Internet, and that's a game where it's like you're creating crazy
Captions.
Not captions. The captions, well, see,
that's the part at the end of
it's like Jeopardy where you're doing the reverse, right? people are creating the captions initially, and then you are given that caption, and then you have to come up with the crazy, weird main tweet or Facebook post or whatever, social media tweet, to make the comment look really bad. So you could say, you might get, like, in the beginning, you might get a caption that says, that someone else created saying, it was great. Okay, and then, as a comment, and then you create the main headline, which is something like, World War I or something like, and then,
was great.
Right, it was great. You know what I mean? Like, so you're making the captioner look bad or funny or whatever. It was weird. It was like, again, it had that Jeopardy mentality where you're coming up with the question in response to what the answer, you know what I mean? So that's how I felt about that. I like Survive the Internet. It's one of those games where I feel like you need to be witty with it. And that if you're not in a witty mood or creative, or if you're not just feeling funny at all, it can be really difficult to be in that mindset. But did you like this one, I take it?
This is one of my least favorites, to
Least
be honest.
favorites. Okay.
Yeah, only because, I don't know, it's so general. Like, you can be super general about it, and I don't know. I love the ending. The ending is the captions, the pictures. They need to do a whole game with Jackbox Party with just the picture part.
Well, then it'd be What the Meme, right?
Yes.
The tabletop simulator game that we played recently. It's an actual card game called What the Meme, but it's like apples to apples, but more adult, where you're given a picture and people are playing cards to that picture, like in apples to apples, and then the judge votes on the best card. You know what I mean? Right, right. So I agree with you. I like the pictures the best. I would like a whole Survive the Internet game with just the pictures rather than, captions, in my opinion. But okay. Number 3 was Whiplash. Whiplash is one of my least favorites, only because, again, it forces you to be witty and funny all the time. And in the right group setting, it can be really funny and fantastic. But if everyone's in a tired mood and no one wants to be funny, it's just, I don't know. Like, this is my least favorite, to be honest with you.
This is like one of my favorites. Like, this would have been number 2.
But you're crazy creative. You know what I mean? Like, you're one of those outside the box thinkers that dares to dream. You know what I mean? Like, you come up with the craziest things off the wall, like dad jokes galore. Even if they're not funny, you'll come up with it. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm sitting there, 90 seconds, I gotta be funny, and I freeze up. Sometimes. It depends on what mood I'm in.
I've seen you be very, very funny, even when you're not even trying to be funny.
My favorite Whiplash moment, and I tried finding it but couldn't. Again, I was limited on time. Was when it was regarding another player. It was like, it was my brother. What would David's bedroom fantasy phrase be, or something like that? And then I had written, "You're my Final Fantasy," or something. And that was so on the nose because he's such a Final Fantasy buff. And I think that was my best entry. But anyway, I don't know if that embarrassed him or not, but I think he enjoyed it.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah. So the only thing I don't like about, one of the biggest things I don't like about Whiplash, the latest Whiplash, the ending part requires you to enter 3 separate responses. And I hate that. I like the older Whiplashes where you didn't have to enter 3 answers. You know what I mean? Whiplash 3, I think, had that because it was 3 separate response. I like the older renditions of Whiplash better, more so than the newer one.
Yeah, the 3 separate ones, I mean, I don't mind it, but I definitely like the acronym one the best. I think that's the funniest one for me.
The acronym, I think, was it's either 2 or 1, wasn't it? I think the acronym was prominent in 2.
To be honest, I don't remember the other ones. I just remember the 3 separate things in the acronym. That's the only ones.
The acronym, I think, was the final round for Whiplash 2, but I could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Once a year. Yeah. Number 2, Fibbage. This is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. I don't have to be funny with this, and when I am feeling funny, it's a more clever kind of funny. In Fibbage, the game asks you a near impossible question that no one knows the answer to, but some people do. And you have to come up with an answer real enough to where you would fool people into picking it as the real answer. Like once everyone's done submitting an answer, all of their answers, including the real one, is put on the screen, and you're trying to find the real one amongst all these fake ones. And you're hoping that people pick your answer, and then you score points. You know what I mean? That's my favorite. I love coming up with clever, funny stuff, but also believable stuff. I don't know why, but Fibbage is my favorite.
This is in line with me with the Survive the Internet. It's not my favorite at all.
Really? Is there any particular reason why you're not a big fan
because
of it?
it limits the creativity. Like, you have to be kind of real about it, and you have to be kind of I don't know. I like the ones where you can really make your creativity flow, I guess. Like the ones where you can be, crazy. And in Fibbage, you're just kind of like, you have to be a little bit sensible.
I'll jump ahead real quick. This video that we're watching now, I do have Fibbage footage. I probably should have played that earlier. But yeah, so like I said, as you can see on the screen here, there's one correct answer, and everyone else's has fake answers. And I like it. But some of these questions, like, who the heck would get these?
Yeah.
But I guess that's on purpose, because if everyone got all the answers all the time, then there'd be no game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, basically.
So, I don't know. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorites.
Okay. As long as you like it.
Thank you. There was also that Fibbage About You, right? It was a separate game.
I loved that. That one I loved.
Where it's more about you're fibbing, you're telling one truth and one lie about yourself, and you're trying to get people to guess which it is. And like, it's more personal, player-based stuff.
Yes. I love that, because you can really find out about people, or you can share a lot about yourself to other people. That one I loved, because I don't know, that one was really personable and really fun. I don't care about JFK terminals and JetBlue stuff like that.
Why not? You love JetBlue. That's your favorite airline.
It's my only airline.
Okay, fair enough. One thing I want to try at some point, these Jackbox games, some of them anyway, give you the option to create your own content. And I would love to do that someday. Just go in there and create my own stuff, and then play it for you guys, but time. So I guess we'll go to our number 1, which I think everyone loves, Blather Round. So tell me about Blather Round. What's this all about?
Blather Round, you pick from one of 6 choices, and you pick a phrase, and then you describe it to your friends, and they have to figure out what word that you picked in the beginning. Yeah. So, but the way you describe it, though, are prompts that they give you. So sometimes those descriptions are terrible. Sometimes they're really good.
Right.
It's pretty hilarious.
You might be given a prompt for, I don't know, Superman, or... No, let's just say Vader. Darth Vader. Okay, Darth Vader. And the game will give you a short list of words. Like, it'll give you the sentence, and then you can fill in one word from a list. So it might be, this is a person who is, and then you have to pick between good, bad, evil, and then you can pick 2 responses on the one, and then 2 responses on the other. So you can't really tell people specifically who you're talking about. And then once the game starts, you are given more prompts, more things to fill in during the round. And you have to quickly provide more clues in the hopes that your friends guess what your secret phrase is or word is before the time expires. It's a tough one. It really is. It's challenging. What I don't like is that it gives you 3 words, and if you don't like those, in the beginning, when you're choosing your top, or when you're choosing your secret word, it'll give you 3 to choose from, and if you don't like them, you can refresh them. But if you don't like those either, you can't go back and choose one of the other ones. So you're stuck with the other three. And it may be something stupid too, you know, that you don't know you wouldn't know how to convey, like the pyramids. What the heck how am I going to describe the pyramids with these crap anyway?
Lily did that one very well. She said something about the desert. She said triangle shape or something. It was really funny.
It was tough.
Eventually, I think the word Egypt finally came up in her clues, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to play it back. There we go. So, yeah, Nick here in this video is providing clues to us, and we're sort of in the middle of the screen. You can see the word like castaway. We're guessing Albert Einstein, nonfiction, Wilson. And what's cool, I like sometimes Nick's will be able to, based on this next sentence that he's given, to fill in. It might be is related to, and then it'll be previous.
Whatever we guessed.
Right, so if we guessed words, he could pick those previous words, like, it is a lot like this, or it is not a lot like this, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if this has customization or not, like if you can create your own topics and answers and stuff like that. If it does, I may have to look into this again and see if I can, I don't know, create specific things that would be good for us, like a Phasmophobia themed one or something. Like, that'd be fun. I don't know, because we play a lot of that.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about Blather Round?
It's a fantastic game, and anybody that's watching it can also play along. You know?
Yeah, I agree. It's very hectic. And if you're not good with... The trick with this game is if you're the clue giver, you really have to think quick on your feet and convey things in such a way based on the prompts that you're given. Like, you're given whatever hand you're dealt, and you have to make do with it. Yeah. And you have to make the best of it and convey that in a way. Oops. Technical difficulty, sorry about that. New computer, new problems. That's all I'm going to say about that. And including SoundPad. I don't have SoundPad up and running yet on this new machine. I'm waiting for a replacement new video card because the old one had... What did the tech call it? It was artifacting, which is code for green bars appearing on the screen, and it wouldn't boot up to monitor. Yeah, the Matrix, basically. So, new computer, new problems, Windows 11. Anyway, so with that said, were there any other entries that we wanted to talk about? Like, I have written down here, there's Talking Points and Guespionage as possible other games that we have touched before, but...
I love Talking Points. I wish that was on the list, because I wish we played it more with our friends, but I think we have to have, like, certain friends that would be comfortable giving PowerPoint presentations in order to do that. Talking Points
is a game where there's two people working as a team. One person is giving a presentation, like, describing what they're seeing, and the other person is feeding them slides with various topics on them. And think of it, have you ever seen Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where, Colin Mockery is up there behind the green screen and he's trying to describe what's going on, that kind of thing. He has no idea what's going on, really. But whatever he's being fed, he's just doing whatever he can. It's kind of similar to that, kind of, sort of. But you like this because I think it does better with more people. Yeah. We tried it with 3 of us and it was kind of funny. But it definitely would behoove us to play with a larger group.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed the 3-player. I thought that was really good.
Well, it gave more of us a chance to, I don't know, to interact and to do things. So,
yeah.
Guespionage, I liked Guespionage. I know you didn't. Guespionage it's a high-low game where you have to guess. All of the questions involve, 70% of people, what percentage of people thought this? Or what percentage of people are this? Or what percentage of cats are... You know what I mean? So, and then you have to guess a number. And then it's like you have to go higher or lower or something like that. And it's just a high-low game. Pick what you think it is. And you get points based on whether or not you're right or not. It's simple. It's a simple trivia game that I really enjoyed. Were there other ones that you liked?
I liked Joke Boat.
What was Joke Boat? Please refresh my memory.
That's the one where you had to kind of... people would write a bunch of topics down, and then after a timer goes off, you're given one of those topics, and you need to make a joke about it with a few little prompts and stuff.
Is that the one with the at the end the robot? There's a robot voice and it's reading off the joke to you. Okay, I remember now.
And then at like the last rounds, you switch jokes or something, and you have to try to better or one up the one of the jokes that someone else made. Mm-hmm. It's really fun. I think it's hilarious.
You also seem to like the drawing games. I hate the drawing games. Like there's TKO, for example. That was actually...
that one was okay. I don't mind that one.
Which drawing game did you like the best? Did you have any favorite?
Yes. It's Bidiots, something like that. Hold on. See, now I gotta find it.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I know. It was called Patently Stupid. That's the one.
Patently... Oh, is that the one where you have to draw, like, some weird contraption thing?
Yeah, and then you have to try to sell it to your friends and see, like, how much they would, I think, like, buy for it or buy it for.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was really hilarious. And we played, one of the first ones that we played was Earwax, wasn't it?
Yes, that was where, it was all sound effects, though.
Yeah, like, it was Cards Against Humanity, but with sound effects.
Right, you had to pick a sound effect for the topic or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
One thing we didn't really talk about in this, we just started playing Jackbox Party Pack 8. Mm-hmm. And that includes Job, Weapons Drawn, Drawful Animate, The Wheel of Enormous Proportions, and Pole Mine. Did you have any favorites in that one?
I liked Job. That was really fun.
Where it was like a resume kind of game. Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah, where you had to like switch words around, like grab words to form sentences to answer someone's question.
People, you would, like other Jackbox games, it would ask you to answer a serious question. And then it would take your words and give them to other people, and they have to use those words to fill in another question, which is completely crazy or whatever. That was okay. I like The Wheel of Enormous Proportions, which was a trivia... I know you hate it. It was a trivia game where correct answers would net you slices of pie that you could then seed onto a wheel. And then the more slices you had on that wheel, the better the chance of you getting points when it spun. I like that. It was very RNG heavy though. Like, you know, no matter how well you did on the trivia, if that wheel landed on that one that your opponent had, well then forget it.
Yeah.
The Drawful Animate was a follow-up to Drawful.
That's probably my favorite.
Where you draw one picture and then you hit submit, and then you draw there's an outline of the previous picture, and then you're going to trace over it up to a point to where you want the picture to change slightly. And then the camera switches between both as if it were animating. It was okay. Again, it's not my favorite because I can't draw or the darn.
I can't either. It's my favorite because you can't draw it, because people can't draw, and it's hilarious when you see that. Mm-hmm. I really liked Pole Mine too, because that was very Family Feud-ish.
Yeah,
Pole Mine was a close favorite.
Family, Pole Mine was like teams though. It was like me and you versus Nick and Lily, I think, when we played it. And we had to like, you know, well, we were the audience though. Like in Family Feud, you know, they survey 100 random people. In this game, they survey us, and then we have to guess our top answers or bottom answers or whatnot. That was cool. I like that one. The Weapons Drawn was just too complicated to really enjoy. It was weird. It was really off the wall weird. Yeah. It's like someone was trying to be clever with that and then turned it into a Euro-style Twilight struggle game where it was just way too complicated to like enjoy. You know, I think that's just, it was too much.
Which is really awful or unfortunate, because it had a really great theme. I like trying to figure out who the killer was.
Right.
You know, and the drawing in it was great, and the fact that you can incorporate your given number. The problem was that I feel like that number was too obvious.
The letter.
You know? The letter, excuse me.
Yeah, the letters from your name, the computer will grab one of them and put them into a picture, a blank picture. And then you have to draw around that letter and try and hide it in the picture that you're drawing. So if you're drawing, say, a sword, and I have DGA in my name on Jackbox, so it might grab the letter A. I now have to figure out a way to rotate the letter A or resize it something so that it looks like part of the sword. That's very creative. I like that. But there's like 3 other parts of the game that okay, so now what am I doing? That was, I wish it focused on 1 or 2 of those elements rather than all like 5 or 6 or however many it has. You know what I mean?
That whole drawing thing too. I feel like that was like the outline of the letters were there, and so you can't really blend it in. And not only that, but it was a perfect letter. When you're trying to draw, you're all squiggly and everything.
Right. You're just looking for part of the picture that is too straight and so out of place that it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know.
It was tough.
That's why I was creative with my drawings and tried drawing other letters that belonged to other people.
Yeah, I tried to do that too.
Just to throw them off, but I felt like that was cheating or mean. I don't know.
It's funny because Lily, she was coloring in like everything.
Yes, she just drew a brick.
I adopted that.
It's like a brick. Like, how could you possibly guess a letter? It's just a colored in brick.
I totally adopted that. It was really funny and clever. I was like, you know what? Let me do
clever my thing. Foot. That's borderline cheating. That's what that is.
That's funny.
Speaking of Lily, she did mention her, like, I did ask the community, and she wrote back and said, her favorite Jackbox game is Blather Round. I like it because it's interesting to see what clues people give for random people and things. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. Yeah, it seems like the Blather Round is our favorite out of all of it. Not my favorite, but I will tolerate it. I will tolerate it enough to where I will play it when asked. Because I own everything, and it would be mean for me to go, no, I'm never going to play this with you guys. That's just rude.
But you have fun with it, don't you, when you play with us?
Yeah, up to a point, like I said. I would prefer to play other games like Fibbage.
We still have not played Madverse City, and I'm sad about that.
I don't know what that is.
Madverse City is like a rap battle.
How about no?
We play one of every single Jackbox except for that one, and that is one of my favorites.
Sorry, you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
I will play more Fibbage if you played more Madverse City.
We'll see. I don't rap.
It's okay. It's like a poem.
I am the most Caucasian Italian you'll ever meet. I don't rap.
It gives you like the words and stuff and the letters, and you have to like rhyme things. It's really funny.
No. All right, fine. We'll see. Okay.
All right, one of these days.
We'll see. I'm not going to say yes on the podcast because you'll throw it in my face later. So you'll get a we'll see.
What about the Bomb Court? I think that would be fun.
I don't remember what that is, to be honest.
That's in the second party pack.
I haven't touched Jackbox Party Pack 2 in years. I wouldn't know what's in there.
Apparently, the Bomb Corp one is a single or cooperative game where you work together to perform tasks, with the punishment for doing it wrong that everything will explode, and you're giving a set of instructions. You just don't know exactly what needs to be done because they contradict each other and all that. It sounds really fun.
Yeah, it does. One game I liked, but you didn't because of the theme, was it like Devils in the
Details? Yeah.
Right. I know you didn't like it because of the theme. I liked the idea of everyone trying to complete tasks and working together to complete those tasks. Mm-hmm. If it had a different theme, I would totally suggest it more often to you.
I would actually play it if it had a different theme.
Right. But because of, personal preference, we typically don't like playing games like that. But I like the general gameplay is sound. You pick a category, and if someone else picks that same category, then you're both completing these mini games together, and you're shouting over other people trying to get your stuff done. Mm-hmm. And in the background, you can complete like these selfish tasks to get yourself more points. But if someone catches you doing these selfish tasks, then you get penalized or something like that. So you're hoping that everyone else is too busy helping each other that they won't notice you doing a mini game that would benefit only you. You know what I mean? I love that, but the theme is just awful.
Yeah.
At least, to certain people that follow certain beliefs.
I kind of liked that push the button game. I think that was the Among Us aliens type of thing.
It was.
It was okay. It's very difficult, I feel, for the person who is chosen as the alien. Like, I think that puts a lot of pressure on them.
The alien is given a slightly different prompt than everyone else, so you have to, like, all the humans will get a question that is the same, normal, and then the alien will get something slightly different. So the alien will have to try and hope that their answer is vague enough to be believable based on the actual question, whatever it was. I like that. But it's got that Among Us style, like you said. There's no running around like in Among Us. It's all mini games and talk, really. But anything else before we?
Yeah, there was another game that was like a real time strategy game. I forgot what it was called, but it was like action based. It wasn't strategy. It was an action based.
Was it a Jackbox game?
Yeah, and it was the one where we had to like shoot things or something. We were like little characters and we were running around. You don't remember that?
Oh yes. It was like colored circles or something.
Zeeple Dome. That's the one.
We played that once and liked it. I just don't remember ever playing it again.
No.
Oh yes, it was in 5. Yeah, because it's in Jackbox Party 5 at Zeeple Dome. Like I was the red character, so I had to like get the red.
We had to fling our characters to
right
certain circles or something.
That was so weird. It was weird.
Fun.
It was the first time we've seen like a dexterity based Jackbox game, which is weird.
I wish it was more like that. That was actually a lot of fun.
Well, we have to do it again.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Bonkies, like remote play games, like
Bonkies. That. Bonkies is fun, but very frustrating. It's a separate game, not a Jackbox related one.
Yeah.
Anything else? Or
I think that's it.
Okay, makes sense. All right, folks. Well, that was our top 5-ish Jackbox games that we typically play.
Our Jackbox discussion.
Yeah, that's essentially what this is. So I guess with that being said, we'll just quickly move into our usual Patreon and Twitch thank yous for the month. For Patreon people, Ratsy's pledged $135 for a lifetime of 5,660. Brian pledged $50 for a lifetime of 1,300. Greg Howe pledged $10 for a lifetime of 602. Mindalot pledged $5 for a lifetime of 170. Alyssa Barrett $1 for 22, and Rip Alpha $1 for a total of 63. So thank you all so much for your continued support. I did not send keys out, but will soon after this podcast is done recording. And then Twitch people, White Knight has subscribed for 51 months, Bessa702 49 months, and Little Lily P 19 months. So thank you all for your continued support. It does mean a lot to me. And then we'll move on to our Spanish sentence of the month. And because I don't have SoundPad, I almost like no sound effect. You won't be able to
hear... that means we have to sing it. 1, 2, 3.
No. I looked it up on YouTube, so you won't be able to hear it.
Okay.
But it's playing now. All right, good enough. So, because you're just going to sit there listening to dead air for 20 seconds anyway. So you came up with this. El Museo de la Ciencia fue increíble. La máquina de peos fue diverticulitis. That's
Perfect.
Yes. So
perfect.
The muse, or let's finish. De la ciencia. Ciencia fue incredible. Something. The muse is incredible, but science. Maybe that's science. Ciencia, science. Well, museo might be museum. The museum of the science. The science museum was incredible, or is incredible. La máquina de peos fue. La máquina. A lady named Makina caught diverticulitis at the Science Center during the event. Was I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Very good, babe.
All right, so what was it
You
really?
know Spanish. It's great.
I do know Spanish. What
You
was
know
it really?
Spanish with an Italian accent. It's great.
That was Italian?
That was a super
Spanish and
Italian.
Italian are the same language. That's all there is to it.
Sure. So it says, El Museo de la Ciencia fue increíble. La máquina de peos fue divertidísima.
Okay.
Divertidísima. There you go. Divertidísima. That's a hard word.
I'm pretty sure that the first sentence is the Science Center was incredible, but the second sentence, I don't know what that is.
The Science Museum was amazing or incredible.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. I'm there.
The second one is the fart machine was hilarious.
What's a fart? What fart machine?
The fart machine
There was
that
a
we
fa-
went. Yeah, last time. Remember where those kids were bouncing up
Oh,
and down?
yeah, that. Wow. How would I have gotten that?
Bail. I always say, babe, why did you throw a bail? Because you fart up a storm.
No,
Maybe we should
your
just edit
favorite
that out.
your favorite word is fall. Like it's just that fall. Like
Bail.
like
Bail
that's
is fart.
well, now I know.
Faux is the reaction to bail.
What does fall mean? Like what? Ew?
Like ew. Like,
Oh, okay. Fall. All right. Interesting. All right. Well, there you go, folks. We learned a new word, fart. Play that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay,
good. So I guess that's it for our podcast. It was short, sweet, hopefully. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince and the ever so lovely Ida Lee. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you guys next time. Take care.
Hi, guys.